Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Saturday, July 14th. And I don't always do one of these things on weekends, but I have a car ride to do. I'm actually with one of my sons, and he's what I would call a casual fan. So we're talking about Big Brother, but he doesn't usually mind me spoiling stuff. And so as we're having this, we're already talking about it. We're talking about the eviction and Swaggy, and I'm like, wait a minute, I should just record this as a slightly different one because we do have our live podcast tonight, and we'll talk about everything that happened after the eviction and all the stuff that's who got nominated and what may happen and all this other power stuff. But I may talk with him about that right now, so I thought it'd be fun to do this while we drive. So we were talking about. You said you liked Swaggy, how he looked going on the TV show. You liked the Swaggy as he was trying to save himself. You thought you wanted to see more of that.
Yeah.
And I said that wasn't the Swaggy that we saw most of the time. But so, what else were your thoughts of that? What were your thoughts about Swaggy? Are you glad he's gone?
Yeah, I mean, he annoyed me. It wasn't because the whole nickname thing. Rockstar does it too, so it wasn't like the worst thing ever.
Right.
But him going in openly saying he gave it to himself was kind of a turn off, and then wearing a shirt with his name on it was kind of what was just a little too much. Then getting evicted, walking out and throwing it to the audience, just was a little too much. But so he was pretty annoying going into.
So some people complained about that throwing the shirts out, and it's like, no, we've had house guests walk out and throw glitter into the air, so don't give him any grief. We've had house guests walk out and throw, it was Paul's blow-up doll, and that was kind of funny. So, gotta give Michelle credit for that one. But the glitter was done by someone in the past who I don't talk about, so I don't really care that he threw his 3 remaining T-shirts that he had in the audience, because he left them in the house. So, but Swaggy will not be back. He was told too much about what was going on. Steve also, that was another rumor, was that Steve wasn't doing stuff on social media, but he's now posted a video about being at home. So nobody's coming back except for the person either this week. So Sam still has her power, and either this week or either this coming Thursday or the following Thursday, it will be used. Remember that's the difference. It's not whether you can use it. It will be used. So either the next evictee. Either Sam will choose to give the next evictee a chance to come back in the house, or the week after that, it will be used for sure. And that will actually come into play on our podcast. If I don't talk about it right now, we may talk about it tonight, because Sam actually didn't talk about her power, but I'll tell you. So, and because I know we're going to talk about it tonight, in talking about nominations and everything last night, or evictions or everything, so Scotty has now made his nominations last night. Sammy is not one of them. And Scotty is talking about what he's going to do for a renom if one of them comes down. And Caitlyn is also not nominated. But he's been talking about how the easiest thing for him to do would be to put Caitlyn up as the renom with the excuse of, well, you put me up as you nominated me last week, so I'm just going to put you up. I don't want you to go. I want the other person to go, but I'm just going to put you up, and I hope you're okay with it, and you should be since you nominated me. Sammy is like, no. I don't know if he told her that. I don't know for sure. But what he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do about a renom. And Tyler's in the room at the same time, so it's Scotty, Tyler, and Sammy in the bedroom. And Sammy goes, no, you can put me up, Scotty. He's like, no, I wouldn't do it. No, you can. You can put me up. And I've got the clip. I got the clip earlier this morning. And Scotty's just like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, I couldn't. And she's like, no, you can put. It's all right. You got a pinky swear. You could. And it's like people are going, oh, she's a genius. What? She could get evicted. She doesn't. I don't get it. What does she think? Put me up and I'll get voted out, and then I'll miraculously come back. That's not a guarantee. So
does she know that she has to play her way back in?
I don't know.
That's the question. I don't know how well that's been.
It said chance. We don't know what goes on when she walks.
I feel like when she was describing it,
right?
At least the footage they showed, she did not make it sound like She made it sound like you get to come back.
Oh yeah, and she's described that a couple of times to a couple of different people. Like, oh no, they get to come back in, but I can't imagine that she wouldn't walk into the diary room and said, "Wait a minute, explain this to me."
Or that they wouldn't have been like, "Hey, just to clarify."
Well, but I would.
I guess I don't know. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they're all right with her being off.
I don't know, and the whole how much can they influence or how much is always questionable about how much producers do or don't do.
Yeah,
in Big Brother,
describing how to use a power doesn't seem like an overreach.
I don't know. In Big Brother UK, they have very clear and defined rules about what, and it just the US version is just so blurry.
This would not be. They've done worse things than explaining how to use a power.
Yeah. So you don't know yet who got the new power. Tyler has a power.
Yeah.
And Sam has a power.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday afternoon. So yesterday they get it. The things that happened yesterday were, and these are things that since I recorded I did record this. I actually did this on my last recording, but I want to do it with you too. So I actually did this update, but I know a little bit more than I knew when I did this update last night. When I was at a fair last night. They don't know the details, but I was at the fair when the reveal came out about the Power app. So I actually recorded one of these late last night and said, "Here's who got the Power app." So they did the Power app, and Haley got the bad app. She got the crap app. So she has to, with the details of this now we know more too since I last did this, she has to read from Hamlet. Actually, she has to read Hamlet out loud, it sounds like. So a buzzer or something's going to go off, and she has to start reading Hamlet out loud. And she can't stop until she's told to stop. And then at some point she'll be told to stop. And then she'll have to do it again the next time. And this punishment goes on until she has read all of Hamlet.
Oh, she just has to read the whole thing?
She has to read all of Shakespeare's Hamlet out loud. That's her punishment. Now,
how long could that take? Could that take weeks?
So I went and I Googled a Hamlet audiobook to find out. And so I Googled it, and by the way, the Hamlet that I found was Frank Mueller's reading of Hamlet. Do you know who Frank Mueller is? You don't know who Frank Mueller is? Okay, you just finished reading a Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you read the Dark Tower series?
No.
Okay, so the Dark Tower series, and I'm doing this for the people listening to this. The Dark Tower series is an epic, seven books.
I think there's 8 now, but yeah.
Well, I thought he kind of wrapped it up.
No, there's a new one, maybe 2015, 14.
Okay.
Pretty new.
Well, the movie came out, and the movie is not like the book. Matter of fact, some people say some people think the movie is a prequel to the book. It's like the first. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it.
Yes, the same.
Because it's a seven novels, and some would say the ending was like, really? But anyways, I've done audiobooks, so I did audiobooks and all of them, unabridged audiobooks of all of them, and they are read by, most of them are read by a guy named Frank Mueller.
Sure. Maybe I know.
You would know him when you heard his voice. He is awesome. He is an awesome. If you have audiobooks, if for some reason you're doing audiobooks,
you read like the Harry Potter ones.
Probably. I'm the one that I've heard have been an English guy. Frank Mueller's not. No. Yeah, no. Frank Mueller is not English. He's got but you would if you heard the voice.
Yep, sure.
Oh, listen, my son's telling me to move on. All right. See, I get it from Scott. I get it from my son. I get it from everyone. So Frank Mueller read this, and it's really good. But the time on it was 4 hours and 6 minutes. So it's not as long as I thought. I had no idea. I have not read Hamlet. I didn't know. But I was like, oh, it's only 4 hours. Now, that's Frank Mueller reading it. Maybe it would take Haley longer to read it. Maybe she'll have problems with some of the big words. I don't know.
Or she'll be tired.
Or she'll be tired. But only 4 hours. While that seems like a lot, hell, she could whip that. I mean, what's her name with the soccer ball? Because you watched that. Right? You watched the series when Brittany had to kick the soccer ball for 24 hours. You remember that. I mean, that was a brutal punishment. Reading Hamlet out loud for 4 hours, I don't know. It may be worse than... I thought it was worse than the Amazon, but I'm not sure now. Because Fessy was throwing up eating that stuff.
I think the Amazon would be worse.
Yeah. So, and plus Fessy had to do that for 2 weeks. So, that's the crappy power. And people are like, how did Haley get that? Why didn't Angela get that? And the best I can come up with is that online, people were rooting for, people were campaigning for Angela to actually win the good power, which was kind of laughable. No offense, Angela fans, but Angela was not going to win the good power. But I think that was enough to keep her off the bottom.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anybody campaigning to get Haley the good power, so I'm just guessing that Haley kind of just didn't have as many people rooting for her. So she's got the crappy power. Now I want you to guess who got the good power, because you don't know, I don't think. Who would you think of the people that could possibly get it left won the actual great power? And then I'll tell you what the power was.
I don't know.
You just want me to tell you?
Yeah.
All right.
I have no idea.
Bailey.
Okay.
So Bailey got the good power, and she selected, we think, she doesn't say, but there was the ones that were left, I can't remember all the ones, but one of them was identity theft, and it sounds like she chose identity theft. So the way she has explained identity theft, which, let's bear in mind, Sam didn't quite understand her own power, so we can only go on what Bailey has said, but the way she's explained it is that her power lasts, it sounds like, as long as Tyler's. It's a one-time use, but it lasts for the next 8 evictions. She can, for any nomination, change the nominations. Completely. But
nominations
right before. So let's play this out. The best way to do it is to use Scotty as the example. So Scotty, this is the way I understand it working. Scotty would say, I'm making up names here completely. This is not nominations. I'm just making this up. Scotty decides, I'm going to nominate Steve and Swaggy. Okay? That's who he's thinking I'm going to nominate. It sounds like sometime very close before nominations, I would think that Bailey will be called into the diary room, just on a random thing people think, or maybe she has to go herself and go. But the thing is, the house guests don't know when nominations are going to take place. Yeah. So I would think Big Brother would say, okay, they're almost going to happen. Who do you think? Do you want to use your power? I don't think she's going to be able to say, well, wait, who's Scotty nominating?
Yeah.
It's just going to be, yes, I want to use my power, and these are who I want the 2 nominees to be. Okay?
How is Scotty going to know?
Hang on, I'll get there. I'm going on the way. So, she will say, no, I want to nominate, yes, I want to use my power, and I'm nominating Sammy and Tyler. Again, I'm random things.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, that's fine. I initially thought that we would get to the nomination ceremony, Scotty would reach down and turn the key.
That'd be so bad.
And the picture behind him would be different than the person he thought he was nominating.
That'd be good TV, but
it would. It would. But as the way that Haley explained it later, after I recorded this last one, is that, oh no, it is simply going to be, Scotty is going to say to he's going to be the thing there, say, okay, I'm going to nominate Swaggy and Steve, and the voices or something's going to say, excuse me, Scotty, a power has been played, and you don't get to pick the nominations.
Wait, he's going to say who he would have nominated?
I don't know. We don't know.
So are they going to make him look bad?
Hang on. Well, no, you know what? He won't be able to say, according to Haley, he will not be able to say who he was going to nominate. According to Haley, he won't be allowed to say that there was a power involved. He'll just have to nominate Sam. And
what you were saying, he'll turn the key and it's who she wanted, and he has to.
But he'll know it. But he'll still have to BS his way through on why he nominated them.
Oh, he can't say a power.
That's what she said.
What?
She said he won't be able to say a power was used. I don't know if that's what she said. That's what she said. Now she is told the reason we know all this is because she told Fessy. So Bailey has apparently thrown in with Fessy, and she hasn't. And last I knew, she hasn't told anybody else. And Fessy hasn't told anybody. I thought Fessy would told anybody.
This whole time you meant Bailey because you said Haley a couple times.
Yes. If I said Haley at all at any one point, I meant Bailey.
Okay, you did at least.
Swaggies, I kept saying this because Bay and Hay are a bit hard to hear. If there's any confusion, Swaggy's girlfriend has the power. Haley has the crappy app. Yes. Yeah. So Bailey.
I think you said Haley like one time.
Okay, that happens. That's okay. These people who listen to me, they know I screw up names all the time, and you can vouch that I do it all the time too. So that's what's going on. Now, do you want to know nominations? All right, so Scotty nominated Brett and Winston, and that's actually who he's targeting.
The Bros?
Yes, he nominated the Bros. That is not who Tyler wanted him to put up.
Well, shocker.
But I thought Tyler was going to be able to influence him, but he isn't. So he wants the Bros out. He really doesn't want
Tyler
I agree. I want Tyler. I was like, no, not a third week of Tyler.
I like it.
Now,
can't win everything.
So here's
boring.
Here's a conundrum that we haven't had explained, and that someone tossed out there. And I'd kind of joked about all 3 powers happening at once in 1 week. Obviously, it can't now because Bayley didn't change the nominations. But what happens if Bayley says, I want to nominate Tyler and Sam next week? And Tyler says, I'm in the cloud. How does that work? Whose power trumps whose?
Well, it should be Tyler's shouldn't it?
I don't know. What happens then? Because my assumption is that Tyler would say, yes, my power trumps that, so you have to have a different nominee. Yeah. Well, then they go, oh, by the way, Bayley's the one who has this power. Bayley, you get to choose the second nominee. Or does Scotty get to choose the alternate nominee?
Well,
and by the way, Scotty...
Does Tyler have to play it, though, before nomination? So wouldn't they ask Tyler first, do you want to use your power?
So you're saying...
If he says yes, then they ask Bayley. If she tries to nominate him, say, no.
Yeah.
A different power has been played. He is not eligible.
I guess that's what happens.
They don't have to say that he played it. They just have to say a different power to play. He's not an option.
My assumption was that Tyler could decide to play the cloud up until the exact moment when Scotty was about to turn... When whoever it is about to turn the keys. So I guess you're right. If that's the case, then Scotty would say, well, I'm going to nominate Tyler and Sam. And again, I'm just making up these names for purposes of illustrative purposes.
I'm just guessing for the power. I would say that, if it was just him, Scotty putting him up.
Yeah.
But I think for the purposes of his power and Bayley's, they would probably ask him. So, because, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they make Bayley admit that she played a power anyway.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know.
They might make her stand up and say, I'm playing my identity theft for power. Because when have they really kept a power secret?
I know.
They always make you stand up and admit at the end.
And
there's speculation up to that point, but
well, it'll be interesting. I'm not crazy about twists and powers, but I'm all right. I just don't care at this point who wins any of this stuff. So it's like, all right, it'll play out. I'm happy that Scotty was going after the bros because it's not going to be one-sided. It's at least for this week. God knows what's happening next week. But I'm happy that this is going to play out this way. I'm all right with it. It's interesting, and it's a different week of play versus last week was complete screwy nut job Caitlyn, and now this week is going to be the bros and their bromance possibly being broken up. I don't know if there's any other way to say bro in a sentence, but so that's what's going on. The power veto is going to be today, and we don't know when or what. Don't know any details. We know that the bros will be playing, and we know that Scotty will be playing, and that's it. The house guests were just getting up when I picked you up, so it could be hours. And have-nots are now on Sundays, so have-nots won't even be assigned until Sunday probably, because the current have-nots are stuck until Sunday. I don't know why they're doing that now, but it's pointless anyways. They told JC, or JC was sleeping on the floor. I don't think he got in trouble for that though, but Fessy got told that he can't put his feet on the dresser. Well, he's a have-not.
Yeah.
And so he can't, he's laying in these cylinder things, these discs that they're laying in, and he's too big for it. So he's stretching out and putting his feet on the dresser, and they told him the other night that you can't put your feet on the dresser. It's kind of one of those things where it happens every year, and I have to admit there have been years where I've been really pissed off about it, where I've been like, they're not following the exact rules of what they laid out. You can't do that. You can't. However, whatever they're laying on, they're concrete slabs, yet they cover them with pillows. Well, what's the point?
JC should be able to fit in there pretty easy.
That's what I thought.
Every other person.
That's what I thought.
He's like the one person that might be comfortable for it.
God, wait, is JC a have-not this week? Fessy's a have-not. And Haley's a have-not.
I'm just saying, if he is, and
doesn't matter. And right now people are going like, "What? You don't remember who have-nots are, Mike?" But that's okay. I think that's about it. we're going to talk about a lot of stuff tonight. I hardcore watched the feeds Thursday night and paid close attention last night. And then last night, I stayed up really late getting clips, so I watched a lot of the stuff last night too. So some weeks I've kind of nailed it in as far as my paying attention to the feeds. I've slacked in my super fanness, but Thursday night I watched solid from post eviction to like almost to like 2 a.m. So I'm locked and loaded. Scott and Colette are going to have a hard time keeping me quiet this week because I'm going to be interjecting a lot, which will probably drive everyone crazy. So anyways, I think that's it. I don't know. Do you have any other questions? No?
No.
No interest in watching the live feeds?
I don't have time to do that.
Yes, you do. You just choose to play video games with your spare time.
I got other stuff.
You got what is it?
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. You know why I'm having trouble saying Fortnite?
Why?
Because of the stupid alliance that they came up with. Forte, whatever the hell it is. Yes.
That Caitlyn came up with.
Oh, God. Yes, that's it. Yes. Caitlyn.
All the names are dumb this year.
All the names are dumb ever.
Yeah,
all the names are dumb.
Some of them aren't nearly as
ever.
cringy.
Well, they shouldn't have to make a name.
I agree. I understand why they want to though, because when they talk when they want to talk about their group of people, they don't have to mention every name in the group. They just say that. But like when I feel like they just get pushed into it too.
Oh, they do.
Like because the earlier seasons, there's names, but they weren't nearly as. I don't know.
Oh, a clip we did.
I just feel like they weren't as forced early on.
Well,
now it's just like, it's day one. We need to have a name. It's like you don't need a name.
Yes, we learned about a new alliance Thursday or Wednesday. The Core. There was an alliance called the Core, and it was Swaggy and Scotty and Tyler.
Yeah. See, it's day one. If you're coming up with a name, that's good.
And it was the Core, and then Swaggy got voted out. So after Swaggy left, Swaggy had told Bailey about the alliance. Bailey told Fessy about the alliance, about the Core. Fessy told Caitlyn about the Core, and Caitlyn told Tyler, and Tyler told Scotty. So basically, yeah, it's just like somebody made a video clip where they showed it jump, just to going from one person like, yeah, you just don't tell anybody anything. That's why Tyler's told no one yet about his power. Still, Tyler has told no one. Bailey has only told Fessy, and honest to goodness, I'm completely shocked that Fessy has not told anybody else yet. I'm actually kind of rooting for Fessy a little bit. I actually am. Oh, he doesn't know squat. He was like, he's like, so we got Power Veto tomorrow? It was like, yeah, he didn't know anything about the game.
He just seems like such a jerk. I don't know. I don't even watch the feed, so I don't know anything.
No, you don't. You don't. You don't even know that they think Winston's a doctor. So, because they don't show that in the TV show. Yes, there's lots of things you don't know. So, that was why when Winston said,
see, I feel like Winston could be a pretty good, enjoyable person to watch if he actually plays. Which obviously, if he's nominated, he has to this week. Not Winston as much.
Winston blew up at Scotty right afterwards. Winston took him into the head of household room and gave him a piece of his mind, and I got that clip this morning.
And honestly,
too, so.
I kind of enjoyed Brett, even though he's kind of douchey.
All right, what'd you think about the Brett mustache thing?
I just thought it was funny.
Okay, fine. I think
it's stupid.
So douchey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. 100%.
That's okay. Colette loves Brett. Colette loves the bros 100%. For their broness.
He's enjoyable.
All right.
He's not annoying like Swaggy.
Here's a line that Winston said last night.
Because he understands he's kind of in your face and annoying about it, whereas Swaggy I don't think comprehended how annoying his persona was.
Here's a line that Brett threw out, and we're going to play it on tonight's show. I think we probably will. Sometimes we don't play things, but after nominations, Brett is fuming. Oops, I'm not supposed to be in that lane. And he said, to Brett, I just want to go up there and put my hands around his neck and push him up against the wall like in high school, you know?
Yeah, totally.
That's what Winston said to Brett. And it's like, really? Here it is. Yeah. That I quoted the tweet and said, yeah, I don't ever remember doing that in high school. Do you guys? Ryan, did you ever take someone and
it's like locker room talk, you know?
Oh, is that okay? Yeah. Well, let's not. No, stop. No. We're not doing politics. No.
It just, you know how it goes.
Yeah, no, we're not doing politics. But then again, Winston would. You're right. Winston would have just said it, because Winston does definitely run in that circle of I take my gun into a movie theater.
Bros. That's the bros.
All right, so it was bros locker room
bros
talk.
Being bros, yeah.
All right, guys, we've reached our destination, and this is a record-breaking 26-minute thing for me, so that's longer than I've done so far this year. Not that I've done in the past, but keep in mind that I don't usually do these on Saturdays. I usually do them like Monday through Friday when I'm driving to work. Those of you that have somehow come across this at random chance via iTunes or Spotify or iHeartRadio, some other means that you don't follow me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. Oh, by the way, I lost a bunch of tweets.
You lost your bots.
I lost my bots. Guess how many I lost? Because I had 102,000 or so. I had 102,000 followers. How many do you think I lost?
5,000.
No, I only lost 2,200. 2,600 in the last month. So I think they were doing a little bit of cleaning up earlier.
That's like nothing.
But like 2 days ago, I lost but now I'm under 100,000. So
yeah, but you're close.
I'm close, but I got to get back up there. Like it's just a goal. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, please follow me, VBGOSSIP. And again, we do a 2.5 to 3 hour podcast every Saturday night. So it will be tonight live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Watch my Twitter account, I tweet it, or go to BigBrotherPodcast.com or BigBrotherGossip.com or ColetteLala.com. I think, I don't know if Colette has the times on her site, but go to her site anyways. And check us out live, join us in the chat room, or just listen later on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, all that good stuff. All right? If you have any questions, tweet them at me, whatever it takes, and I appreciate you guys listening. And those of you that have left me reviews on iTunes, thank you. I have 4 actual written reviews on iTunes, and I have checked them and read them, and I appreciate it. And, one last thing. If you're not a patron of our Big Brother podcast, please check that out. Patreon.com. Patreon.com. Look for Big Brother Gossip, and you can sign up and support our show, because we got no sponsors other than our patrons, who we love more than anybody else. We love... Ryan, are you a patron?
No.
Okay, I don't love you as much as my patrons. Just saying. See you later, guys. Bye.
Doubt it.
Bye.